Once my village of Shira was ravaged and pillaged by the mountain's men, I was left with nothing but my sword. I followed the river north, finding any survivors I could. We ended up at the castle of Stonehenge with a small garrison, but it wasn't enough. The mountain's men came for us once again, setting the castle ablaze. I barely survived the attack. I packed everything I had and ventured down south to the capital of King's Landing, hoping to start a fresh, new life. Things were going well for once. I escaped the Riverlands and could start a new life. That night, I heard the screams again. Was I dreaming?
Those bastards! They're attacking anyone they think of House Stark. Run, you fool! You must warn the North at once. There's not many of us left. The men have been slaughtered.
And just like that, I found myself helping out the Starks. My Stark soldier companions were tough. They barely rested in our journey up north. We travelled off-road to avoid Lannister patrols and bandits. But after days of running, they finally found us. After dealing with the Lannister soldiers, we continued our journey up north. Along the way, we stumbled across a raven. The raven had clearly been shot by a poacher. After investigating the raven, we found a small parchment with the seal of the Hand of the King. The letter contained important information for Stannis Baratheon, and I decided to take it to him. But suddenly...
Oi, cunt, that's my raven.
After refusing to give back the raven, we fought off the poachers. And after a quick fight, it was time to continue our path up north. After many days of travelling, we finally made it to Lord Robb Stark. We told him everything that happened in King's Landing, but he already knew. The Northern banners were already gathering for war. Lord Robb Stark rewarded us for our travels and loyalty. If he was to travel south with the Northern armies, he needed to sort out the troubles in the north. A few wildlings had managed to scale the wall and were causing havoc in a village up north, and he asked me to go sort them out. So after a good night's rest, we headed up north to sort out the wildlings. Along the way, we gathered some recruits from the village of Snowcrest. They were eager to help out the north and take out the wildlings. We rushed towards the farmstead, but we were too late. The wildlings had already started their attack. After a gruesome and bloody fight, we finally defeated the wildlings. By surprise, the wildlings' last words were to warn us of the cold, danger is coming, and to stay this side of the wall. I had no idea what he was talking about, but I thought Robb Stark would like to know this information, so we headed back to Winterfell to give him the news. We return to Robb Stark and he rewards us handsomely. I mentioned the warning the wildling gave me. Robb Stark didn't sound convinced, but he gave me a letter to take to the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. I gladly accepted this mission and headed towards the wall. Along the way we were ambushed by outlaws. My men were pretty tired from our previous fight with the wildlings, but it was time to fight. After a close fight, we looted the belongings of the outlaws. Many good men fell that battle, including the 2 Stark soldiers I travelled from King's Landing with. They should not be forgotten. But we must stick to the mission. Our mission is to go to Castle Black, deliver this letter to the Lord Commander and find out about these White Walkers. I shall not let down Lord Robb Stark. Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I know this one was a little short. I thought it would be a bit longer, but it turned out to be just under 10 minutes. This is more like a pilot episode, you could say, sort of getting the story out there before we get into, like, you know, the actual campaign and sort of playing the game, you know. So yeah, but I still hope you enjoyed it anyway. I had a lot of fun making this. It took me way longer than I thought it would, and I got delayed a few times as well. That's why it took so long. And I had the idea of trying to relaunch my Patreon, only because these videos take a long time to make, which I'm happy to do, but any support would be fantastic. And by supporting me on Patreon, I'm thinking of showing you sort of like behind the scenes stuff. I haven't really done this before, where I show you like my process of making the video, like how I edited it, how I recorded the footage, the music I find, you know, all the art that goes into the video as well. I thought that'd be a little bit of fun. I know I find that interesting for other content creators, so I'm not sure if you guys will, but if you do, there is a link to my Patreon. I'm going to try and sort of bring it back because it really does help me out, because you don't really make much from YouTube, as much as I do just enjoy this as a hobby. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, every penny does count, and it does help me out a lot. I hope you're looking forward to episode 2. They'll be out in a couple of days, I hope. It shouldn't take too long at all. I've almost finished it. Feel free to join my Discord server, where you can ask me more questions if the comment section isn't enough. I'm always on there active. Don't forget to download the mod for yourself if you're interested. There is a link below. Pruduno, a good friend of mine, made this awesome mod, and yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I think we're playing 7.4 or 7.2, I'm not even sure actually. I'm really looking forward to exploring all the new features on this version as well since I last played. And yeah, and it feels good to be playing Mount Blade Warband again. You know, this is what this game kind of like, you know, brought the channel to life back in the day. We've had so many great memories on this, and I haven't played since Bannerlord came out, but Bannerlord obviously isn't really a complete game at the moment, so yeah, it feels really refreshing to come back to Mount Blade Warband. Alright guys, I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.